all-time favorite plants that you bring to us. Today is our first day that it's ever been presented. This is a quick grow ground cover, and it's magnificent for borders. It starts off with this beautiful pop of red, and these flowers, they look like little stars, Barbara.
I know, and it's such a thick mat of these beautiful, brilliant red star-shaped flowers, and it just grows in this really nice, dense mat that's like 3 to 5 inches tall. And what I really love about this is once it's established, it's virtually maintenance-free. So you get this big, lush, brilliant red color, but then in the fall, when the air gets a little crisper, the leaves on the plant actually turn this vibrant orangey red color.
Yeah.
And it works in so many different areas. You said borders. I love it in pots. I also love it for erosion control, like on banks.
Yep.
And it's also going to tolerate dry conditions. So this is such a wonderful plant that gives you so much, and you don't have to do too much to it.
And you're getting 3 of them. What you're seeing, those little flowers that I was talking about with the little star shapes, and then it's adorned with this gorgeous deep red sedum. And it is one of the hardiest plants out there once it takes. And you were talking about putting it in places where it's really problem solution gardening, like for erosion control.
Yeah.
And
where you can't get things to grow, and you're looking at just dirt there. This is the plant to put in there, maybe on a slope. And it's going to give you a good bloom time, too. It's going to bloom late summer to mid-fall.
Great.
And love that it's drought tolerant, and I love that it's bunny resistant and attracts butterflies. So if you put this in full sun, 5 hours a day to part shade, this plant is just going to take off and give you such color, such texture, and such an unusual plant too.
Well, let me ask you this, because ground cover either usually grows so slowly that it seems to be a time investment, or it grows out of control and then you can't manage it. I've got 2 of the 3 bare roots that you're going to get. These are already, look at this.
Ready
They're
to roll,
already
aren't
exploding. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to grow like 5 inches high by about 15 inches across. So these plants just look beautiful. The color's beautiful, and it's a nice growth rate on this. You're right. You're not going to have to wait years for this to look beautiful. It's going to look awesome.
But it's also manageable.
Yeah,
so,
it doesn't get out of control and invade everything, too. And I love, even in the winter, it gives you interest because you could leave those seed heads on the plants, and, you know, the snow on top of them looks pretty. They keep that seed head, and it provides food and for the birds.
This also thrives in almost every part of the country. It's zones 3 through 9.
Right? I know. It's going to take some real cold temperatures and real heat temperatures, too. It's amazing. Something that looks this delicate and pretty is this tough as nails, drought tolerant, attracts those butterflies, gives you such great texture. It's such a wonderful plant.
In my barnyard, I struggled for years to try to find things that I could plant that, first of all, my sheep would not destroy.
Oh.
Sheep are like rabbits. Whatever a rabbit will eat, a sheep will eat. That's the rule.
Really?
So I did a lot of hardscaping because I had to get water control, because where this barn happens to be, it's located right at the crux of 2 rivers coming together, and I was always getting flooding. So we put in a lot of huge boulders, and it was cool architecturally, but they were cold. So to be able to do some stuff in between and to be able to add some warmth, this is absolutely the perfect problem solution plant. Or right against the driveway, where the driveway tends to absorb heat, this is very drought resistant. So it becomes this frame on the picture that is your yard.
Yeah, and it gives such a nice entrance to an area. It gives you that pathway, that flowing border, and the denseness of this flower is something that I just love. It's not like spotty with little hints of red. You get this carpet of red, those brilliant star-shaped red flowers that has that texture of the sedum, that succulent flower, the leaf underneath.
Yeah.
And that succulent leaf is a beautiful green, but then in the fall, it morphs into this brilliant orange-red color. This plant is just so pretty from late summer to mid-fall.
Barbara, we're just barely past our first week of April. It's National Garden Month, but already half the population of the gardens is fed up with weeds. We're already burned out. We're already done with it. We're completely over it. Weeds are antisocial. They want distance between plants. They want an open area to thrive. This grows so thick. I wish I had hair like this. This grows so lush, so thick that it is almost impossible for weeds to sprout out in between. So you just eliminated a good portion of your maintenance to the garden when you plant this in the ground.
Excellent point. And, you know, I love how it covers up those dry dirt areas, but those dry dirt areas, you're right, always manage to have the weeds pop up. This is such a prettier look to have these beautiful star-shaped, brilliant red flowers with that accent of the green foliage. And just wait. I don't know if you've ever seen this variety, but in the fall, those leaves make this turn into a whole different look.
We tend to decorate our gardens with mulch here up in North America. Down in South, they do pine needles. That's death. You're crunching up trees to make that, or pine needles. With this, anywhere you put mulch that's in direct sunlight, this is a perfect replacement. And you guarantee us a little bit of happiness too with the warranty that you provide.
Oh, yes.